Good morning, children. In the last video, you learnt about ancient Olympic Games and modern Olympic Games. In this video, you're going to learn the second unit of the lesson, Olympic symbol, ideals, objectives, and development of values through Olympism. Olympic symbol or emblem. The Olympic symbol was created and designed by Pierre de Coubertin himself. You can see 5 interlinked rings or circles of different colors: blue, yellow, black, green, and red. The rings symbolize 5 continents, that is, America, Africa, Australia, Asia, and Europe. Olympic flag. Most of us recognize the Olympic flag when we see it, but we don't know why the flag looks the way it does. The current version of the flag is a symbol known throughout the world as a representation of the Olympic Games. The Olympic Games stands for global unity, friendship, and sportsmanship. The Olympic flag consists of the Olympic rings on a white base. The Olympic rings symbol was originally designed in 1912 and is composed of rings in blue, yellow, black, green, and red. The 5 ring colors, along with the flag's white background, represent all the colors found in all of the national flags of the countries that competed in the Olympic Games at that time. The rings interlock, representing the union of 5 continents of the world and the meeting of athletes from around the world at the Olympic Games. The 1916 Games were cancelled due to the outbreak of World War I, so the rings and the flag weren't used for the first time until the 1920 Games held in Antwerp, Belgium. During each Olympic opening ceremony, it is hoisted when the Olympic anthem is played, and in closing ceremony the Olympic flag is lowered and passed on from the mayor of one host city to the next host city, who will take it to the new host city and display it at City Hall. Olympic motto. Olympic motto consists of 3 Latin words: Citius, Altius, Fortius, which means faster, higher, stronger. The literal meanings of these words represent the athletic goals, that is, running faster, jumping higher, and throwing farther. Olympic oath. When an athlete takes the Olympic oath at the opening ceremony, he or she commits on behalf of all the other competitors to respect the rules and take part in the competitions in a spirit of fair play. The reciting of the Olympic oath by an athlete has been one of the protocol elements of the opening ceremony since the 1920 Games in Antwerp. The text was originally written by Pierre de Coubertin, but since the 2000 Games in Sydney, it has included a sentence committing to sport without doping. Olympic oath is taken by the athlete of the host country. He or she takes this on behalf of all the competitors. She holds the corner of the flag with the left hand and put her right hand forward and say, "We swear that we shall take part in this Olympic Games, respecting and abiding by the rules which govern them, in the true spirit of sportsmanship, for the glory of sports and the honor of our country. Later on, some changes were made. Initially, this oath was only for the athletes, but these days the Olympic oath is taken on behalf of the officials and coaches too. Olympic ideals. On the first Sunday of the Games in 1912, a religious service took place in St. Paul's Cathedral, and the Bishop of Pennsylvania gave a message that the important thing in Olympics is not to win, but to take part. The important thing in life is not the triumph, but struggle. The essential thing is not to have conquered, but to have fought well, which means that taking part is important, but it is not necessary to win. It even said that struggling is important than triumph, and to be proud of the efforts of the athletes who have given their best. Objectives of Olympics. According to Coubertin, following objectives can be achieved through Olympic Games. The original objective was to allow non-professional athletes to compete against each other. At that time, amateurs really had no chance against paid competition in sports like athletics, rowing, archery, and so on. So the Olympics were set up to allow amateurs from different nations to have their own competition separate from professional competition. First one is to pay attention towards physical education and sports competitions among countries. Point 2. To develop personality, characters, citizenship among the nations. Third one, to develop good habits among sports persons. Fourth, to develop patriotism among sports persons. Fifth one, to develop international fraternity and peace. Sixth one, there should not be any discrimination on the basis of caste, color, creed, and religion. Development of values through Olympism. If we look at the objectives of Olympic Games, we come to learn that Coubertin wanted to develop values through Olympic Games. The following values can be developed through Olympic movement. Solidarity, which means brotherhood. Olympic movement is instrumental in developing brotherhood when players of different countries play together, come together, sit together, dine together. They all develop unity among themselves. Thus, brotherhood is developed. Friendship. Olympic movement provides opportunities in developing friendship not only among players but also among countries. Players of different countries come to take part in Olympic Games. When they get together, they become friends. Even when there is tension going on between two countries, they come close to one another through Olympic Games. Fair play, that is, impartiality of the game. The Olympic Games provide opportunities for impartial games. These games are based on justice. So, each player and each team should be judged fairly. Rules and regulations should be applied to each and every team. There should be no partiality towards a specific team or player. The sports officials should be true to their words and actions. Free from discrimination. According to the suggestion of Mr. Coubertin, there should not be any discrimination on the basis of caste, color, creed, and religion. Olympic Games promote the spirit of brotherhood and try to abolish discrimination. The players of different countries, cultures, tradition, and caste take part. They should not be treated unfairly. The players forget their background or roots and they help to promote Olympic values, but exceptions are always there. In 1972 Olympic Games in Munich, 11 Israeli players were killed ruthlessly. In 1936 Berlin Olympics, the African American Jesse Owens bagged 4 gold medals, but on the grounds of racial discrimination, Adolf Hitler refused to honor Jesse Owens. It can be said that Olympics play an important role in development of these values, but a dark side of Olympics is also seen. Many countries participate in Olympics just to show their superiority on the other countries. This is also a downfall of these values that many countries of the world boycotted 1980 Moscow Olympics and 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. These values motivate a person to give their best on field and outside the field. Thank you, children. Hope you would have understood. If you have any doubt, you can always contact me. Till we meet again, stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe. Have a good day, children.